Hello everybody. Well, let me go ahead and give you a follow-up. I'd like to offer a follow-up as to what is happening with my situation, the job opportunity back in the States. Now, my plan with this playlist and the videos here, as with most of the videos on this channel, all my channels, is to be very open. But I'm not going to talk about too many details about this job opportunity. I think it's better to just kind of be quiet about it right now, except to tell you high-level stuff. I spoke to my brother this morning, and it looks like the job is it's one within the larger organization. He is not actually the one doing the hiring, but the person that is doing the hiring seems to be very interested, and the opportunity seems like it's there. It's a matter of they have a bit of a hiring freeze, not a bit of a hiring freeze, but a hiring freeze right now, and they can't hire. They don't know when that freeze will be lifted. It could be within the month. It could be another 2 months, or next summer. Who knows? But the opportunity is there. It's kind of up to me to be ready, and maybe there's some things I can do to help along the way. By the way, the job is really a match. It's not a matter of just knowing somebody in the organization. It really is a match for my skill set and what I'm capable of doing in my background. I would be a very good candidate for this particular job. I think that my resume, in the hands of even though the person seems to be interested in me already, based on simple description and background history, it seems like if I get my resume in their hands, and better yet, a meeting, I can solidify that further. So I'm going to try to get a flight back to the States in August to meet with a hiring person, and even though it may not pan out, I'll use that time to spend with my brother and his family as well. Very excited by this opportunity. This would do the job. Let me go through and answer some of the questions or comments that came through. A lot of comments. Thank you very much. Let me see if there are any that I want to talk about directly here. Lots of good luck stuff. Thank you very much. Happy to be open book, as anonymous spam said. Let's see. There was something about there was one, I can't quite remember. I may not be able to find it. There was a question about my daughter and her ability to fit into American culture and having difficulty going back. One of the things that's key in all of this is that my wife is willing to abandon this whole operation if Emily doesn't want to go. As it is right now, Emily is still interested, although less so than she was a year ago, understandably so. She's less than half a year into her first year at junior high school, and she's really enjoying it. And understandably, she's not as interested in going back to the States as she was a year ago. That's part of the reason why, if we go back, I'm going to go back first, and Emily and Yumiko will stay here for maybe a year, maybe two, and come visit me in the summer or holidays, and basically in order to allow Emily to complete through junior high school here. If at the end of that time, hopefully we'll be bringing her back. The family will come see me in the States, and hopefully then Emily will be interested in coming to the United States. But if she's not, if she wants to stay in Japan, wants to go to high school here, then guess what? I'm going to come back to Japan. yeah, we will abort the plan altogether and come back. Our first and foremost interest is our daughter's comfort and her interests at this point and going forward. So this may turn out to be a round trip, as it may be. There was also a great comment here. I'm sorry I can't find, there were so many comments, I appreciate it. I can't find just who left the comment about his own wife. Let me see. Oh, here it is. What a great name you have for your channel. Thoughts, Ideas, and What? What a great name. Two things I want to say to you. First is, very interesting. Thank you for sharing. I want to thank you for sharing about your own experience having lived in Japan with a Japanese wife going back, openly sharing about your wife's challenges in terms of being a professional and having a hard time continuing her profession in the United States. I really appreciate your openness and willing to share that with me. That's the kind of stuff that goes in here and adds to the thinking process. And if I may apply that observation to my own experience, neither my wife or I have been very professionally oriented at any point in our life. I've managed to have a couple of professional jobs, mainly landed probably because first of all, because I got my degree, and so that opens doors. And then from there, I take every job I have very seriously, although I've never been an upwardly mobile or ambitious person. When I do take a job, I take it wow, do I take it seriously, almost to a detriment sometimes. My goal is always to give my employer more value than they're paying me. It only makes sense, right? If they're in business, they hired me they pay me X amount. I want to see a return that shows some value in having me there, and that's always served me well in every job that I've done. The one I have now is the hardest one because I just have such a hard time adapting to the Japanese way of doing things. My mind is just not a fit for the Japanese way of thinking, and I can't seem to adjust. So it's the one of the reasons I want to get out of here is so that I can continue to do that. My sense of well-being, my sense of being a useful employee is seriously compromised in this environment. I don't think I can do a good job here. That's really hard. So how do I go back to the States? We go back to the States. I will be able to do the best. I will be able to blend in. I will be able to integrate. I will be able to communicate, participate, and give better value to my employer. My wife, on the other hand, she'll be faced with the problem that your wife has. Now, my wife's a bit different. This is nothing to say about her intelligence or her capability. I think she's the wisest person I've ever known. But she's not necessarily the professionally oriented woman. She's happy to do something that keeps her occupied, keeps her with a group of friends, and then come home and enjoy her family time and her home time. And I'm not to say anything bad about professionally oriented women. It's just that that's a different type of person. My wife's not that type of person. This brings up a point, segues nicely into a point that I haven't talked about in the previous video or really in too many others. This desire to go back is not just my own, it's my wife's as well. She misses the freedom. She lived in the States for 10 years. She really enjoyed it. In California. It's a very free, open, how do you describe it? It's California. I know it's changed, but it's the California beach atmosphere, the community that I grew up in, the community atmosphere that my wife is familiar with, is one that appeals to both of us. She really enjoys that. She loves the freedom, the fact that age really doesn't dictate how she has to act or what clothes she has to wear or behave or anything, and how she just basically can be herself at any time in any place. It truly is the way California is. In large measure, it's almost the way I describe it is, if you've lived in California, the area where the coastal air is. California is a big state and it's very diverse, but the region in basically, I would say, south of Point Conception, north of it is different. It's the same thing, but it's different. It's more of the hippie atmosphere. But south of Point Conception, anywhere where the coastal cool air of the coast goes into the inland, that whole region there just has this laid back type of laissez, that's not the right word, just kind of live and let live and enjoy life and find your bliss type of an atmosphere that I've never felt anywhere else, except maybe in Barcelona. Maybe it's the Mediterranean is the same way, the south of France perhaps as well. In Toulouse, I felt that a little bit there as well. So my wife wants that as well. I want that too. So we want to get back to that. So we'll set up house in here's the status plan as it is. It looks like this is not only a good match. This job is a good match for my. Come back to the second thing I wanted to say: the thoughts, ideas, and what. I wanted to thank you for your mention that you may be hiring and your organization, and I really do appreciate hearing that. San Diego, wow, San Diego's top. Love San Diego. I would like to share with you, if you like. I'm going to send you a link, an email, with a link to my LinkedIn profile, which is basically my resume. It has my job history, my skill set, everything is on there. If you'd like to have a look at that, and let me know. If I don't want to put the onus on, I'm not something I'm saying let me know. What I'm saying is have a look and see who I am professionally, and if it's a match in any way, I'd love to hear more. And maybe we can continue talking about that. Thank you very much. I humbly and gratefully appreciate your extension of even the remotest interest in that. Thank you. So back to summaries and about what's happening with my current situation. This job looks like a good match for me. It looks like a great opportunity. It looks like something that could happen soon. My main priority in all of this is to make sure, and it really is my number one priority. My current employer has been very good to me, and I will not leave them in a lurch. If I can't help them find a viable, I mean not viable, find a suitable replacement for me before I leave, I will not go, and I will even let this opportunity pass rather than leave them without somebody to teach my classes. It's important to me to do that. So we'll see what happens. Lyle says that it's not a matter of time; it's a matter of opportunity. It's a matter of just if the opportunity comes up that they can segue. Let that give me some time to make that segue work. Pain, yeah. I didn't mean to talk about this, but I'm going to. I was just on the phone with my buddy Mully just a while ago, and I was telling him how listing all of the things I will miss about Japan and all of the things I will regret giving up if I leave this country. And I'm sure that others who are thinking or have done the same have the same thing. I was just commenting to Jaylan Kev, Busan Kevin, my friend Kevin, a member of the J-Vlog community here, who's doing basically the same thing. And I'm sure he and I will have lots to compare notes on. And Kevin, let's start up the J-Vlog North America version. We can get Reynolds there to join us as well, and any other expats who in Japan, North American expats who find themselves back, and we'll start ourselves our own contingency there, and we'll cheerleaders to the J-Vlog community proper here in Japan, and have our own little get-togethers in Chicago maybe. I don't know. I'm going to sign off for now with this update. Thank you, everybody. More stuff to come. Who is this? More videos coming. Oh, my friend down in Nagoya. That's right. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. And I'm going to sign off for now, but not without zooming in first, because I can use the remote. I told my wife. She said, you never use your camera. And I said, you bought this nice camera and you never use it. I said, I know I don't have time. I'm never in the mountains. She said, I'm going to kick you out and send you to the mountains. So I'm going to do that. So sign off and take a snapshot. Peace. Bye.